Welcome to Ocean Lakes Family Campground, one of the largest family-owned campgrounds in the world. Our oceanfront park features the most diverse accommodations in the Myrtle Beach area. 900 pull-through campsites, all user-friendly, with full hookups and concrete pads available. Our 300 rental sites include mobile homes, park models, and beach houses that sleep up to 20 guests. Amenities abound with a store, year-round activities, snack bars, laundromat, mini golf, pools, an RV center, and much more. It's no wonder that Ocean Lakes has won the prestigious South Carolina Governor's Cup Tourism Award and is a 3-time winner of the National RV Park of the Year. Ocean Lakes is centrally located in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, one of the top vacation destinations on the East Coast. For more information, log on to oceanlakes.com or call 1-877-510-1900. Ocean Lakes Family Campground. We're creating family memories that last a lifetime.
Today's lesson, we'll look at how to effectively put up your pop-up camper. And there you see our recently purchased, slightly used Venture. First thing you want to do is make sure that your wheels are chucked. This is important after you unhitch from your tow vehicle so that as you're setting up, your camper's not going to move around on you. You see we used a leveler chuck. Next thing you want to do is to unlatch all 4 of the corner latches. You kind of need to do this before you can begin cranking your pop-up up. That is raising the top of your pop-up. Step 3 is to locate your crank and begin cranking. Some pop-ups have the crank area in the rear. I had a Fleetwood that once did, but this particular model had it in the front. And you keep on cranking. You'll know when it's about time for you to stop cranking because you'll hear a subtle pop or you'll feel it tug as if it won't crank anymore. And these pop-ups work on a metal levy system, so when it's up and it's done, it'll let you know. So you want to keep cranking. Step 4 is to locate the bed support poles, place and pull out both of the beds. Some models have the poles, these particular poles, located underneath the underside of the bed, but this model had them stored inside. And you see we latch them in the appropriate spot on the frame of the trailer. They fit into a spot there. And then the poles themselves, those main poles, go into the tongue area, as you see us assembling them there. Real simple and easy to do. Of course, I needed some help this time around. So instead of 1 independent female RVer, we had 2 working together. After you've done that, you can go ahead and pull the bed out. And it slides right out, nice and easy. This particular model had extra support poles, and they're important to put in. As you see, they go right into the tongue, and then they have a space on the underside of the bed that they fit snugly into. You need to have those so that in the middle of the night, your bed doesn't suddenly collapse from beneath you. You usually just have to lift up to fit them snugly into place. And you can go ahead and repeat the same steps in the rear of your pop-up. In order to utilize the full inside room, you'll probably want to put both beds out. It gives you a lot more room inside. And again, I'm securing them in the grooves on the underside of the bed. This particular model came with extra support poles, so I'm here attaching them and securing the Velcro canvas. This is important if you're camped in the wilderness, under some trees, if there's a storm. Heaven forbid your pop-up roof has less chance of collapsing with these extra added support poles. And you want to make sure that all of the Velcro is secured. Keep out the rain and those pesky summertime mosquitoes and whatnot. Next thing you want to do is lower all 4 of your stabilizer jacks. They're on the underside, each corner of your pop-up. This is important because it gives you stability. And contrary to popular belief, you do not use your stabilizer jacks to level your pop-up. You only use your stabilizer jacks to basically make sure that you don't rock back and forth. And this is all done by hand. They actually make a tool now where you can attach into a cordless drill so you don't have to crank it by hand, as you see in this other shot. And you don't want to really push it down tight. You just want it to rest lightly on the ground. Next thing you want to do is secure all the sides of your canvas. This model has ringlets, rubber ringlets that we'll use to secure. And you want to do this so that if you do get caught in a rainstorm, the rain goes right off the pop-up in the way it's designed and you don't get any leaks inside. And you see they just latch easily underneath. Step 7 is to flip up your galley and set up your inside. Unless you have a more modern pop-up, your chances are going to have to flip up your galley, your sink area, and your counter space. Real easy to do. You can do it with one hand. You see there's your sink. Beneath it is our ice chest. Some models nowadays have refrigerators, but we opted just to have an ice chest in this because we are using this particular unit specifically for dry camping. Next thing you want to do is underneath your bed, pull out the appropriate support rails. This is what you're going to use. If you see you push up to give yourself some room to sleep, and they fit snugly into place. They pop right into place up top. And you're going to want to repeat those steps on the other side. Again, finding the bar from underneath. You want to secure in the middle. And if you watch that screen that just popped up, you'll see how you push it out and the bed goes up. Then you want to work on setting up your couch area. This unit has a table, most do, but we don't tend to use the table, so I'm going to just disconnect it. You could travel with the table, and if you need extra sleeping room, you just would leave it like it is and have people utilize that area as a bed, but I decided to remove the table and put it outside. And I flipped up the cushions on the other side, so we have a couch area. I've located then the stove. Your unit should have come with a stove. Maybe it didn't. We don't usually cook inside because I don't like the way grease and everything smells, so I do a lot of cooking outside, but this unit does have a nice stove and a gas line which runs right up underneath. And there's the gas line. And it can also run outside. You can run the stove mounted outside. Simple, easy stove to use. And you'll want to set up your stove and use that before you use your furnace, because if you don't bleed your gas lines, you can damage your furnace. Now I'm putting the door into place. It's important that you're level when you're doing the installation of the door, and some doors come in two pieces, some come in one. If you're not level, things aren't going to line up correctly, and you're not going to be able to latch the appropriate latches. But it unhooks easily from the inside of the ceiling. And then you want to go outside and secure the Velcro on the appropriate sides of the doors. And then ventilation is important. We don't have an air conditioner in our pop-up, but most do. You can open up your vents and zip the plastic screens and windows. You just go ahead then and pull out your step, and you're ready to camp.